good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you are listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin. And indeed, yes, it is Coffee with Kevin. All right, I want to get this. Let's see, what do we got here? We'll get that off the screen here. And yeah, it is June 24th. Oh my goodness, we're almost into July. We're almost into July. Next session will be July, and it's going to be so cool, so cool. Well, welcome, and good morning. This is Coffee with Kevin, and today my coffee is in here. Listen to the wind; it talks. I love this little bit of Native American. It speaks. Listen to your heart; it knows. Listen to silence; it speaks. Listen to your heart; it knows. That is awesome. Anyway, to you, yes, my coffee is in there today. It certainly is. Reason why we're a little late, I was out riding. That's why I had my coffee, and it's been incredible. I have my grandchildren down here visiting, my son here as well, and having a lot of fun. Family stuff, family stuff. I haven't seen this family in not quite a year, but about 10 months. I haven't seen any of my son and his children in 10 months. So it's just wonderful. It's wonderful to catch up. It's wonderful to interact. It's wonderful to do all these things. So I've been interacting with a lot of people. By the way, June, July, August, September, we're on our way there to the end of the year. And so what I wanted to do is I've changed up things a little bit. I'm doing something now where I'm interacting with all sorts of different people, meeting different people on a daily basis. And I think it's just wonderful. I think it's just wonderful. Not everybody I meet is an extremely interesting person or interested enough to even talk to me. However, however, I've been meeting a lot of people, and I want to tell you, I've been inspired. I've been inspired by some of the people I'm meeting. I'm meeting some younger people in their mid to late 20s, and I met a few recently. One gentleman, um, I was talking with him, and he's telling me what he does, and he works, he's working a job now to get by, and he's a car detailer at a car rental place, and that's cool. And he said, but what I really love to do, and what my real passion is dancing. And he's this 24-year-old, and he looked at dancing. Really, he says, yeah, I've been dancing since I was 6 years old. I tap dance, I ballroom dance, I do all sorts of different dancing. He says, I actually even went to Hollywood and get trained. My mentor moved down here, and that's why one of the reasons he's living in this area as well. And it's just wonderful. I said, wow, this is great. This is great. You know what I learned from him? He says that's his passion. He wants to do more of it. He definitely wants to do more of it. But in his actual full-time job, he says, I get there and I do my best. I love, cleaning up the cars and detailing them to the best. To every car is perfect. I got that from him. And it was his work ethic was incredible. And I had just met a young woman. She was a little older than this. I think she was 29, and she had just got a new job at a hotel, and she had worked previously at another hotel, and she's saving up money to get a car and get her life moving forward. And you know what? She says, I do my best at the hotel. They're paying me, and I do the best I can, and go to work and meet people, greet people, and do whatever I can to help them. Now, these two young men and young people. One was a woman, plus a few others I have met recently. Really inspire me. First of all, um, they all seem to talk about their faith and trust in God. That was something that just blew me away. I talk to a lot of older people, and yeah, that's real common, especially down here in Florida. And the younger people were openly talking about that. And I just thought it was great. And the work ethic was, oh no, I got to go to work. It's a Monday. I hate work, but I got to do it. I got to make the money. I wasn't getting that. I wasn't getting that. I go to work and I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. And, they're paying me and I need to do my best. I heard that and I loved it. Maybe that is a work ethic that's common amongst the young. I know that it was a work ethic I had when I first started. When I first started. And so I got inspired. It's nice to hear that. I'm not talking to people that, you know, that their passion is video games or, whatever it is, just, sitting home listening to music on their headphones. I'm not talking to people like that. And so it inspired me, and it's wonderful, wonderful to hear. So, what I want to say about that is, first of all, be open when you're interacting with people, especially people you're just meeting. Be open and listen to them, and don't judge. Don't judge. Everybody's got their own map of the world. Everybody has different experiences. They grew up differently, and so it's not for us to judge. Just be open and listen and see how wonderful the, their differences might be. Secondly, is there's always something to learn from someone from meeting somebody. So go on a project where you are introducing yourself to people. You are saying hi and greeting people and introducing whatever it is you're doing, and see if a conversation sparks. And you learn so much from meeting other people. And thirdly, there's I don't talk about this much in here, but I have a deep faith. And when I meet people that have a deep faith, I open up and talk about that too. Having a faith and trust in God or whatever you call it, universe or whatever it is, a trust that there is something higher than you. I don't want to say in control of things, but overseeing things. A trust that things will work out no matter how bad it gets. I have someone that said to me the other day, matter of fact, he's a priest that said this to me the other day. He says he hates it when when people say God won't give you anything you can't handle. I looked at him and I said, "You're still alive, right? You got through whatever it was, right?" um, it's that version or definition of what you can or cannot handle. People get stuck with. So to trust that whenever you're in whatever problem it is, no matter how dire, how bad it is, you're going to get out of it. It's the trust. Now, in the moment, it's hard. It's like, oh my God, this it's absolutely devastating. There's no way it's gonna get better. And that's in the moment. It's hard, but unless you have a trust that you've already built, and you start looking for what is good in it, how you are going to be able to get better. From a psychological standpoint, I tell my clients, can you think better when you're angry or terrified or sad? And they say, of course not. You're not thinking good. So those are lenses. When we have those lenses, we can't think straight to get out of the problem we're in. So you learn to deal with the anger. You learn to deal with the fear. You learn to deal with the sadness. And when you learn to deal with it, before they get really bad. When they get really bad, you'll know how to deal with it. You'll know how to handle it so they don't get as bad, to create that lens where you can't think straight. And when you can think straight, no matter what the problem is, you'll find your way out of it. And when you find your way out of it, you'll find the good that from whatever you learned. You'll find the good things that come with that. Silver lining is the thing that I learned that phrase when I was a kid, and it's probably overused, but there truly is a silver lining in everything. We just don't see it in the moment, and sometimes we don't see it for years. Some of us won't see it at all because we reject that notion that what happened to us, there was no good thing in it. There is something good in everything, even if it's just learning from what it is to prevent you from doing it again. But I know a lot of people come from really bad backgrounds, abusive backgrounds, and what they did is they actually ended up helping other people with the same problems. That's their silver lining. And silver lining actually is for the other people that get the help. It's pretty cool. I started off, and what this was about is interacting with people. Is there's still too many of us, and maybe in that younger generation, there's a lot of people that still like to stay isolated, and they don't want to interact live with others. If that's you, think about the possibility of interacting live with others, going finding others to talk to get to know. All right, this has been Coffee with Kevin. Again, my coffee. I'm Kevin Martin, mindset coach, hypnotherapist, author, lots of different things. You want to learn more about this, how to interact, how to communicate well with people, just reach out. There's a contact form on my website, www.pawseffects. That's not pause like in cat and dog paws. That's pause like in POS, short for positive, effects, EFFECTS.com. And you can reach out and get a call with me. All right. Take care all. Until next week.